My FIL tried to gaslight me over my parenting, so I hatched a plan. He didn't expect me to have proof, and his face dropped. Hey there, guys, Zara here, and welcome back to another amazing episode of Tea Time with Zara. I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Hey everyone, I'm Tom, and I'm in a bit of a situation that I really need to vent about. I'm 28 years old, and my girlfriend, Sarah, is 26. We've been together for a good 3 years now, and she has a 7-year-old kid from a previous relationship. I've been trying to be a good partner and a positive presence in her child's life, but things have been getting really complicated with her dad, Richard. He's in his mid-50s, and he's always been a bit controlling, but recently things have escalated to a whole new level. So, a few weeks ago, we were all at a family gathering, and Richard and I got into this huge argument. He basically told me that I'm not the kid's real dad and that I should stop trying to act like I am. It got pretty heated, and I was left feeling like I was being pushed out of the kid's life, which really hurt because I care about them a lot. After that mess, I found out that Richard had been talking to Sarah behind my back, trying to influence her opinions about me. He was telling her that I wasn't a good influence on the child and that she should limit my involvement. When I confronted Sarah about it, she acted like she had no idea what I was talking about and denied that her dad was trying to manipulate her. Then, there was this school event that was really important to the kid, and Richard promised he'd be there. But guess what? He didn't show up. The kid was so disappointed, and I couldn't stand seeing them like that. That's when I decided I needed to step up even more. I secretly enrolled the kid in some after-school activities that I knew they'd love, without telling Richard, because I knew he'd just try to stop it. Of course, Richard found out about the extracurriculars and flipped out. He went and canceled them, saying they were too expensive and not necessary. It was just another way for him to control the situation and undermine my efforts. I was getting really fed up with all of this. So I started keeping a journal documenting every time Richard was neglectful or tried to interfere with my relationship with the kid. I thought maybe if I had enough evidence, I could show Sarah that her dad's behavior was not okay. At a family dinner not long after, I tried to bond with the kid, playing games and talking about stuff they liked, but Richard just kept cutting in and making snide comments. It turned into a big scene, and everyone was uncomfortable. Sarah was clearly torn. She loves her dad, but I could tell she was starting to see that his actions were causing problems. So I decided to throw a surprise birthday party for the kid, hoping it would show Sarah that I'm serious about being a part of their life and that I can be a good influence. I wanted to make it special and maybe win over some trust from Sarah in the process. Update 1. A lot has happened, so let's get right into the update. So, the surprise birthday party I planned for the kid was a hit. Everyone had a great time, and it really felt like Sarah and I were connecting on a new level. But guess who didn't show? Richard. He claimed he was swamped with work, but we all know that's just an excuse. It's like he doesn't even care. Since the party, Sarah and I have been getting closer. We've been spending more time together, just doing simple things like watching movies or playing games with the kid. It's been really nice, and I feel like we're finally becoming a real family unit. But Richard, he's not taking this well. He started spreading rumors about me to the rest of Sarah's family, saying stuff about my past that isn't true. It's like he's trying to turn everyone against me. I've had a few of Sarah's relatives come up to me, asking about these stories they've heard. I told them straight up that it's all lies and that Richard is just trying to cause trouble. The kids been picking up on the tension too. They've started asking questions about why Grandpa and I don't get along. It's tough, but I've been doing my best to reassure them without saying anything bad about Richard. I don't want to be that guy who talks trash about someone else to a kid. Sarah finally saw through her dad's lies. She confronted him about the rumors he's been spreading, and they had a huge argument. It's caused a real rift between them, and I can tell it's been hard on her. To try and ease the tension, I suggested we all go on a family trip. I thought it might help to get away from everything for a bit, but Richard flat out refused to come. So it ended up just being Sarah, the kid, and me. And you know what? It was amazing. We had such a good time, and it felt like Sarah and I were really solidifying our relationship. She even started talking about what our future might look like together. The most unexpected thing happened on the trip, though. The kid called me Dad by accident. It just slipped out, but Sarah heard it and she smiled. It felt like a huge moment for us. But someone else heard it too, a family friend. And I'm pretty sure they went straight to Richard with the news. I'm not sure what's going to happen next, but things feel like they're changing, and I'm hopeful for the future. Update 2. A lot has happened, so let's get right into the update. Things have taken a wild turn lately, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it all. Remember how I mentioned that Richard, my girlfriend's dad, was causing trouble? Well, it's gotten worse. He's been whispering things to the kid, telling them that I'm trying to replace their real dad. It's messed up because all I've ever wanted was to be a good role model, not take anyone's place. The kid started acting all distant and weird around me, and I couldn't figure out why. It was like one day we were cool, and the next, they didn't want anything to do with me. It was heartbreaking. Honestly, Sarah noticed it too, and it put a strain on us because she didn't know what was going on either. And Sarah, she's been acting strange as well. I could tell something was off, and I had a hunch her dad was behind it. She started to get all doubtful about us, and I knew Richard was in her ear, filling her head with doubts about me. But then, as if things couldn't get any more complicated, I found this photo. It was of Richard, but not with Sarah's mom, with some other woman. They were way too close for it to be innocent. I was torn about what to do with it. If I told Sarah, it could blow up in my face, but if I didn't, I'd be keeping a huge secret from her. I decided to talk it over with a friend, and guess who overheard? The kid. They were crushed. They felt betrayed by their grandpa, and that's when they spilled the beans about all the lies Richard had been telling them about me. I reassured the kid that I wasn't trying to replace anyone, and that I just wanted to be there for them. I chose to keep the photo to myself, hoping we could sort things out without causing more drama. But fate had other plans. Sarah found the photo. I don't know how, but she did, and all hell broke loose. She confronted Richard, and it turned into a major scandal. The whole family got dragged into it, and sides were being taken. It was a mess. So now, here we are. The family's in chaos. Sarah's relationship with her dad is hanging by a thread, and I'm just trying to keep the peace and be there for her and the kid. It's a lot to deal with, and I'm not sure what's going to happen next. But I'm sticking around, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to support them through this. Update 3. Well, I didn't expect to be making this update so soon, but here we are. The fallout from the whole Richard scandal has been like a bomb going off in our family. It's been a mess, and I've been right in the middle of it all. After Sarah found that photo of Richard and confronted him, it's like our family split into two camps. Some are on Richard's side, believing he deserves a second chance, or that his personal life shouldn't be everyone's business. Others are firmly with Sarah, appalled by what he did. I've been trying to support Sarah through this, without drawing too much attention to how I fit into the discovery of that photo. I don't want to add more fuel to the fire. The kid's been taking it hard too. They feel like they're to blame for how everything blew up since they talked to me about what Richard had been saying. They've gotten really quiet lately, and it's been tough to see them so down. Sarah and I have been doing our best to help them understand that none of this is their fault and that we're all just trying to figure things out together. Richard's been scrambling to get back in control of the situation. He's been trying to turn Sarah against her own family, saying they've all turned on him. It's a low move, and it's only making things harder for Sarah. She's feeling pretty isolated right now, and I'm doing what I can to be there for her. Out of the blue, one of Sarah's relatives came up to me and hinted that they knew more about Richard's past mistakes. I didn't press for details. I'm not sure I want to know. But it's clear Richard's got a history of this kind of behavior. With her family turning against her, Sarah's been leaning on me a lot. It's brought us closer, and I'm just trying to be the support she needs right now. Meanwhile, the kid's starting to come around again. They're beginning to see me as someone they can trust, which means the world to me. We've been spending more time together, and I can tell they're slowly getting back to their old self. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get more dramatic, Richard decided to make a grand gesture at the family reunion. He stood up in front of everyone and apologized for everything. It was a big scene, and for a second, I thought it might actually work. But then the kid, bless their heart, just couldn't accept it. They called him out right there in front of everyone. It was intense, and I'm not sure where we go from here. So that's where things stand. It's been a roller coaster, and I'm just trying to keep steady for Sarah and the kid. We're figuring things out one day at a time, and I'm hopeful we'll come out of this stronger in the end. Last update. My life just got turned upside down, and I've got to talk about it. So after that whole mess at the family reunion where my stepkid totally rejected their grandpa Richard's apology, things have been super tense. Everyone's been whispering and taking sides, and it's like walking on eggshells at every family event. But through all this, Sarah and I have been getting closer, and it's not a secret anymore. We're officially a couple. And let me tell you, not everyone's happy about it. The kid, though, they've started calling me Dad when it's just us, and it feels amazing. It's like despite all the drama, we're becoming a real family. But Richard, he's pretty much given up. He's become this quiet, brooding figure who barely interacts with anyone. It's like he's just there, but not really part of the family anymore. And just when I thought things couldn't get more complicated, Sarah hits me with the news. She's pregnant. Yeah, we're having a baby. It's a mix of emotions because it's great news for us, but it's also stirring up all sorts of drama with the family. Some are excited, but others, they're just looking for more reasons to judge. But here's the kicker. The family's starting to come around. They're seeing how good I am for Sarah and the kid, and it's like they're finally willing to give me a chance. It's a slow process, but it's happening. Now, Richard's been doing some soul searching, I guess. He's admitted to himself that he's the reason his family's falling apart. It's a big step for him, but I don't know if it's enough to fix everything he's broken. Sarah, the kid, and I, we're building something new together. It's like we're this little island of calm in the middle of a storm. We've got some family members who are all in with us, supporting us and helping us through the rough patches. But just when I thought we might be able to move past all the drama, Richard drops a bomb on me. Out of nowhere, he tells me that I'm not the kid's biological dad. Turns out, the real dad is someone from Sarah's past, and he's back in the picture. I'm reeling from this, and I have no idea what this means for us as a family. I'm just trying to process all of this, and I don't know what's going to happen next.